Ciao
Ciao!
picciotte e picciotti! Mwah! A big, big kiss from Sicily!
And welcome to the new episode of Stories of Proud Sicilians around the world. And Gianca, as you know, is the 14th episode.
That's
We,
it. That's it. I don't remember, but I trust you.
Gianca, if you
I
watch
only
the
remember
banner,
that we had a long list of beautiful people so far, and tonight we have a wonderful lady. That's the truth. I'm not exaggerating because I I have the pleasure. I have the pleasure to have a sort of preview of a special friend who will meet in person in a few months in Sicily.
yeah, in June.
She's a very nice lady, but I don't want to say nothing at all. I just want to introduce you to Mrs. Liz Storm.
Ciao!
Liz!
Buonasera a tutti.
Ciao Liz!
Ciao.
How are you?
Ciao!
Very good, thank you. How you guys doing?
We are
We are
fine.
super, super happy to see
Happy.
you with our eyes.
Sending you big hugs.
We love you. It's really our pleasure to have the opportunity to see you in face, no? And we can wait to argue in June because guys, you have to know that Lit Storm is joining our Sicily Lovers tour in June, and so we will spend a lot of time together traveling all around Sicily.
Can't wait.
That's true. That's true. We can wait. We can wait. But Rosella, let's talk from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Let's explain the reason why we are doing these episodes dedicated to Sicilians around the world. Please say something for those who don't know, which is the mission of this series.
So the mission of this series is to help people, proud Sicilians like Lit Storm and others, to share their stories because behind every proud Sicilian there is a wonderful story, and we would like to give voice to people like Litz and other beautiful Sicily lovers sharing the story of their ancestors to keep the connection with their homeland alive and strong. So this is the most important thing, because we know that in this beautiful community of Sicily lovers, the majority of people have a Sicilian origin, and so it's also an opportunity for you to share your story with other people like you with the same story.
I have to say she was good. I'm surprised. I don't know. You're very good, Rosella. You still remember the mission of this series.
So now the guest star of tonight is Liz Storms. So we can wait to listen to your story. So please tell us what you want. We are here just to hear your story. And please say, our friends, where you live and where are you from?
Okay. Hi, everybody. Currently, I live in Palm Harbor, Florida, which is very close to Tampa on the West Coast. I was born and I grew up in New Jersey. I'm hoping that within the next 2 years, I'll be moving to Italy. So
Wow.
I'm in the process of getting my dual citizenship. So as soon as that comes through, I'll be moving to Italy.
And what about your Sicilian origin?
Yeah, let's talk about your ancestors.
My great grandparents were born in Agira, which is in the province of Enna. They are my father's mother's parents. So my great-grandfather, Domenico, and my great-grandmother, Vincenza, they were both born in Agira. They were married in Agira, and they had their first child in Agira. In 1908, my great-grandfather came to the United States from Palermo through Ellis Island. And then my grandmother followed about 6 months later in 2009. As Roseanne was mentioning last week, I've used Ancestry.com to try to put the pieces together. And from what I could piece together, it seems to me that when my great-grandparents came over, that they brought probably the majority of their family with them. I know their parents came, their siblings, and so, but that makes sense to me in the way that the family stuck together. And I think at that time in the early 1900s, when immigrants were coming over, they tried to keep the family together as much as they could. And if they could afford it, they all came over. So as far as I know, everybody came over, but maybe they left some behind. I don't know. I don't know if I have relatives there yet.
So you still don't know?
I don't know. I know that my cousin looked probably 15, 20 years ago, did as much research as he could from here. Of course, we didn't have the technology either then. And he couldn't find anybody. But that's why when I found you guys, probably about 2 years ago, and I saw that you did the ancestral tour, I said, that's it. That's what I'm doing, because I knew I put it in the hands of experts. You're there. So if the possibility exists that somebody's still, a relative is still there, you would be able to find out. So I'm so excited.
Are looking for.
I'm so excited.
We would be very, very happy to help you and find something, even if it's a distant memory. But it's okay. Don't worry, because we will find something. At least the houses of your ancestors. At least.
That would be incredible.
But we are pretty optimistic to find your long lost relatives.
That would be amazing. I know that I had to write it down because I won't remember. I was able to go back in ancestry on my great-grandmother's side all the way to the 1700s, 1746, I think, where they were still living in Agira. So that's what makes me feel like there may be a distant relative still there. I think the possibility exists, but
sure.
At the beginning, for sure.
We feel it.
I will be a mess. I will have a lot of tissues.
And we can wait to visit Agira with you and to walk with you in the same places where your ancestors used to live. I think that this is one of the most important moment that someone like you could have in their life. Have you ever been to Sicily?
Yes, I've been twice. I was there in 1997 and again in 2007. In 1997, I was with my son. He was just 6 months old.
Wow.
And I wanted to go to Agira, and we stayed in Catania. But they were warning me at the hotel that it wasn't safe for me to go along with my son. And I didn't want to take a chance. So we stayed in Catania. We had a great time. Catania is beautiful. And we were there. And then I came back in 2007 with my father and my son, my mother too. And we actually made it to Agira, but we had very little time. We were on a very tight schedule. And so I didn't have the opportunity to explore and look around. And I didn't know far in advance enough that I could try to figure out if there was relatives there. So unfortunately, it was a very quick trip. And but what was really neat was to stand in the town with my father and my son. So it was the 3 living generations to be there.
Wow.
So that was
Wow.
really emotional and wonderful.
Very, very touching.
I was so happy to be able to do that, especially for my father, so that he could go. It was very important for him to go. And so, like I said, unfortunately, we couldn't look around much or anything like that. And that's why I'm coming back and putting it in your hands.
we hope you are in good hands.
I'm sure.
We hope so. And what about your feeling when you land in Sicily? What about your no feeling?
You know,
you mean the first time? The first time.
The first time, yes.
96.
You know, it was. We came by the train from Rome.
Wow.
To Taormina, Catania.
A long trip.
The question is, how did you feel when you passed the channel between Calabria and Sicily, and you saw Sicily with your eyes approaching?
It was amazing because, like I said, we took the train, and so after you get off the channel, they reconnect the train so you can keep going.
Yeah.
While they were doing that, I saw people from the town and people who work there walking along, and they looked familiar to me. I was like, oh my God, that looks like my aunt. Looks like my uncle. And it was so crazy. And, you know, people kept saying, be careful, be careful, be careful. But when I got there, I had no fear. I felt totally at home, and everybody was so kind to us. I mean, amazingly kind. And I felt very comfortable. And that's
Sicily.
It's just amazing. And then the people, like, I felt somehow I knew them already. You know, there was an instant connection. Yeah. It was amazing. And that's why I can't wait to come back, because I can't wait to feel that again, you know?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Every time for Gianca and I, it's incredible because no, Gianca, every time they say, oh my God, this is my land. No, I can, I feel I belong to this land, and it's your first time. Yep. I will try to explain, you know, Gianca, maybe you can help me in English to translate this, no?
I don't know. I'm trying to say something different because it's something similar happened to me in different places of the earth, of the planet. Sometimes I went to South America, for example. So I don't think I have an American origin in Mexico or in Peru, but sometimes I had the same feeling. And so perhaps I want to believe that our soul is connected to some place in particular.
Yep.
And perhaps we had in a previous life, we had a connection with that place. And so not necessarily if you have an origin in that place. Perhaps your ancestors were born in another place. I'm Sicilian. I think I have perhaps Arab origin. My surname, my family name is Zizzo. That's Arab. But I don't know why. I had the same feeling when I went in magical places. Or for example, in the United States, we visited beautiful natural park. Rosella and I had beautiful experiences, and I felt like home. So I don't know, but it's a magical, it's a mystic feeling.
Yes.
But I know how can you feel when you were in Sicily.
It was amazing.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I feel that way in Italy also. My friends who live in Italy know this about me, that the first time I visited was 1997, and I fell in love with it right away. And I I said to myself, okay, you're on vacation, just relax, don't get so excited. But I knew within a week that I wanted to live there, that it honestly felt like home to me. So
it's
whatever.
time to move to Italy.
Can't wait.
And she will be the second Sicily lover that will move to Italy.
That's right.
After Jerry Genovese, also
Yeah.
Liz Storm will move to Italy.
That's right.
From Florida too.
Yes.
It's a very, very funny story. Jerry actually is from New York, from Brooklyn. Then she went to Florida, and now she's moving to Sicily.
Right.
You are from New Jersey. New Jersey, Florida, Sicily.
It's just natural.
And perhaps you are just the first of a long series.
maybe all the Sicily lovers will come to Sicily.
Oh, it would be beautiful. It would be beautiful.
That'd be great.
A real community, not a virtual community. A community of people living here in person.
You'll have to start your own immigration service.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would be fantastic. It would be amazing.
Another job.
Like you need another job.
No, Rosella, try to imagine a broadcast all together in person.
In person,
not on Facebook. So it will be my chance to say, Mr. Zuckerberg, I can say it, but you know what I mean. Please go.
Oh my God!
I have to shut my mouth.
Okay.
Liz, I'm curious. What did your ancestors tell you about Sicily?
Well, I learned most of everything about Sicily from my grandmother, because I never knew my great-grandfather. He died when my father was just 5 years old. I did know my great-grandmother, and I have a picture of me and her.
Yeah. Oops. Come closer. Yeah. Wow.
Oops. This is
fai
me.
Fai uno zoom, Rosella. Fai il primo piano su di lei.
Can you see it? Oops.
No, not this. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. I'm trying.
It's hard to see. The picture's old anyway, like me. This is from New Year's Eve, 1959 to 1960. And the hat she's wearing actually says 1960. She died just a year and a half after that. But I do remember her. I know she spoke some English, but most of the time she spoke Sicilian. And she spoke to me in Sicilian.
Wow.
And I responded to her in English because, children, their minds are so open. And so obviously I understood her and I was responding. But when my grandmother spoke to her mother, it was always in Sicilian. And one of the things, Gianca, I think you said this a few broadcasts ago, you were talking about the different dialects within Sicily. Yeah. And you were saying that the people by Catania, it's almost like a song. And you know what? When you said that, it instantly clicked for me, because I remember as a child laying on the couch at my grandmother's house, listening to her speaking to her mother on the phone in Sicilian. And I would close my eyes and listen. And I remember thinking it was so beautiful and that I wanted to be able to say those words. And it was almost like a song. And so when you said that, it clicked the memory immediately. And, unfortunately, like Roseanne was saying last week, it didn't get passed down. My father didn't learn it. And when my great-grandmother passed, my grandmother didn't speak Sicilian anymore. So unfortunately, it was lost. But everything about, to your question, everything about Sicily I learned from my grandmother, because she would tell me stories. She didn't talk about it a lot, which makes me feel like I think they were very poor. I think this is the general reason why people came over to the United States, hoping for a better life. But I just remember her saying that they were poor, and things were very hard, and they didn't see a future, and so they wanted to come to the United States to make a better life. I know that.
Have you ever known about their job?
You know, it's funny that you said that, because I've been trying to figure out things about my great-grandfather, because like I said, he died before I was born. And my father, I asked him if he had any memories of his grandfather, and the only thing he had was some crazy story, which he said that he and his cousin were playing outside or whatever, and great grandpa told them to go in the house. They were in trouble. They were going to get a spanking. And my father and my great uncle were like, what? Or great cousin, I should say, were saying, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? And they couldn't imagine. And so my father was only 4 years old, and he remembers this. And so they went into the house, and my great grandfather told them to go in the back room, and they were scared. They thought they were going to get a beating. And so great grandpa comes in, and he gives them chocolate bars. And that was it. They weren't in trouble. They got chocolate bars. I don't know what that means. I don't know if my great grandfather had a strange sense of humor, or I don't know. But I do know that here in America, my great grandfather, my 2 times great grandfather, and my great grandfather's brother opened a barber shop.
Wow.
And so I believe that maybe that's what they did in Agira. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. It's so hard to find out anything.
It's a good clue.
It's possible. It's not so distant from the truth.
Right.
Because you don't learn to be a barber in one day. So perhaps they have an experience before. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So I don't know. And I know that my grandmother's brother, their oldest child, who was born in Agira, he continued on to be a barber. Now, I don't know if he took my grandfather's business over. I don't know all this, because all these people are passed now, so I don't know. But and then I know that my grandmother worked in the factories here as a seamstress, and my great grandmother, I should say. And then my grandmother told me that she had to stop going to school after the 8th grade to go to work, and she went and worked in the factories too. So
just like the majority of people,
it was
very
tough times.
Very common.
Yeah, and they had a big family, because they had 8 children, so there was a lot to care for. And my grandmother was the second born child, so I think that she took on a great deal of responsibility with helping to raise her brothers and sisters, and also working to help support the family.
A lot of effort.
That's the
sacrifice.
Life of our ancestors. They are all common stories. All the the older children took care of the younger children, the siblings, and so it's everybody's the same. Everybody. It's a different period of history, but it's very, very easy.
And we have to respect them. We have to thank them.
Yes.
Because it is not. We have to be to practice gratitude, no?
Right.
For all these beautiful people that tried to change their life, to improve their life.
That's right.
And give new a better future
Right.
to sons, daughters. No.
Right.
But Rosella, let me say that not only people who move to United States or Canada or
No,
Australia,
of course. No.
also people who remained in Sicily,
Yes, sure.
they made big efforts to
Sure.
improve their life and give their children a better future. So
Yeah.
we can't imagine, we can't understand
Right.
what was this life, that life. It's something uncomparable, unbelievable for a young generation.
Right.
We have everything, so we can understand what they
Exactly.
had to pass. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, of course, for them was very hard, no? Because in the past, Sicily had a lot of problems, you know. So it was not easy for sure.
Right.
Would you like to ask something, Gianca, or I go on with the question?
I'm just I was thinking about that situation, and I every time I think about the first member of a family who moved to United States, because
Yeah.
when the majority of the family, the majority of the relatives were already in the States, it was easier because letters described the situation. Everybody said, "Oh, please come here. This is a very nice situation to live, to stay." But every time I think about the first.
Right.
So that's I think it's just like a nightmare because you're moving to the unknown. So
Right.
Yeah.
there was no internet, there was no television.
Right.
Nobody just like stories, just like the story told by other people, and just like a trip to the unknown.
Right.
And it's something fascinating but also scary for me.
Right.
So
And I think about how much time they spent coming over on the boat, and that must have been
Yeah, oh my God.
terrible conditions. You know what I mean? What they went. I mean, that's why, like you were saying, Rosella, we have to be grateful because if it wasn't for these people, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And I think back on how they, you know, their life was so difficult. And so that's why I try not to take anything for granted because we're so blessed. We are so blessed, you know.
We have to be grateful. We have to be. I do say, Rosella, it's I don't know. It's a big feeling. Not only gratitude, it's something more. I can translate in English, also in Italian, because it's something related to the mankind. So
Yeah. We if you think about this, now we have everything.
Right.
So,
yeah,
but we want more and more and more. And sometimes we forgot that we the important thing that we have, you know, family, love, house, no, everything,
Our health.
health. So this is a good moment to say thank to everyone and thank to all the things we have. No,
Right?
I
Absolutely.
feel blessed because in my life I have this beautiful family of Sicily lovers and also Gianca. We share this passion for Sicily, and I can feel no, a lucky woman. Oh, sometimes not staying with Gianca, but of course we can. I can feel like a lucky woman because we can share the same passion and we can do everything with a lot of love. No,
Right.
Gianca?
That's true.
So
And you're doing things because you're preserving so much. You know what I mean? Like
we try
having
to
this,
do our best.
you know, doing this allows all of us to share our stories, and it helps people to remember. Like when I was watching last week and Roseanne was speaking about her family, it helped me to think about other things about my family. And so it keeps the memories alive for everybody, you know?
It's also a way to stop, no, and have the time to think about your ancestors, no,
Right.
because every time, every day you run, you rush, no, you run, and you don't have time to think about the family sometimes, no, and so
it's sorry, Rosella, it's a chance to a way to be that we are losing, a way to live our life that we are forgetting, because it's I'm not against technology, but I feel like I'm losing you. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are froze a little bit.
Yeah.
But we can hear you.
So I'm trying to say that it's a way to give importance to preserve something that is disappearing. So it's not only related, connected to Sicily. It could be the same in Spain, in South America, in Russia. They, of course, have different traditions, but that mankind is different from this mankind. And the importance of period like this, like the pandemic, like the lockdown, the restriction, is to stop and think about the most important thing that we have. And they are the same things that our ancestor had. So we should think sometimes, and we should stop and realize that the most important things are not money or technology, new iPhone or new car, but something basic, something, in my opinion, more important. If we had the chance to speak, to talk with our ancestors, I think they would agree with me. They didn't have any comfort, perhaps there were some rich, healthy people, but the majority of people, I think, used to follow the most important values. So this is our mission, is not only to promote Sicily, but to promote a way to live life that is disappearing.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Bravo, Gianca. You deserve.
You're frozen, but we can hear you.
Yes, you are frozen, but we can hear you. And please,
I have the stove. I'm not frozen. Ma si vede la stufa? No, perché forse
perché sei bloccato. Provo un attimo a rimuoverti e ti riprendo, vediamo. No, sei sempre bloccato. Probabilmente dopo... No, non si vede, sei bloccato. Cioè si sente ma non si vede. Ok, vabbè, ricomparirai. Please, let's share with us one of the best memories you have with your Sicilian ancestors.
Oh.
If you have to choose.
Oh, well, I would say it's the time together as the family, the meal together.
Yeah.
Because every Sunday we went to my grandmother's house, and every holiday, birthday, anniversary, funeral, whatever, everybody went to my grandmother's house. And they all gathered, all my aunts and uncles, and everybody brought food, and each person had their own specialty, and there was so much food but there was also so much laughter. Everybody was always laughing. They just had a wonderful sense of humor, and I remember that so distinctly. And it was just a very loving environment. You felt unconditional love there. It was amazing. And so I think that it was all those gatherings for me were the best, absolute best memories as a child. And I still think about them often, actually.
This is the Sicilian style, no? Sense of family.
Yep. It was amazing. It was amazing. And it's still very important to me. One of the things that I learned from my grandmother was about showing love through food. Not only the preparing of the food, but the presenting of the food, the serving of the food. All of that represents love for your friends and family. And my friends tease me all the time that I have way too much food in the house, putting too much. There's too much. We can't eat all this. But, I know I get that from my grandmother. It's just how you do it. You want to show people how much you love them, and, give them everything that's in the refrigerator, and then watch them eat.
But this way you are preserving the Sicilian heritage, right, Gianca? Yes. Agree with me?
I agree. This is one of the most important features of the Sicilian style. Our ancestors had anything. The majority of them were poor, but they were happy. They smiled all the time.
Right.
And if they have something to share, a cake, a cassata, for example, a pastry, they were super excited not because of the cake, of the pastry, but because they could share this treasure. It was a treasure for them, and they were always smiling. This is something that we are losing, and I hope new generation don't lose the chance to smile, because it's one of the saddest things.
Yeah.
So
keep
true.
Smiling. Keep smiling.
Ridiamo.
Do you remember some Sicilian words?
The ones that I remember, I shouldn't say.
It's a bad word.
It's the M word. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but this is not a bad word. I have to dedicate an episode, a broadcast to the M word, just to say the
just to close our channel.
No. Just to tell our friends the 1,000 of meanings that this word have. It's unbelievable. We use it every time in different situations, and this word has different meaning every time. So not a bad word. I think it belongs to our heritage. We don't have to hide. Even if my mother says every time, Gianca, you say every time this word. No, I'm not. I'm proud of this. Okay. Possiamo dirlo? Can we say it?
No, Gianca, no.
Why not?
I'm going to stop you.
I don't say it because I'm with two ladies. Just this reason. But next time I will be alone, I will dedicate an entire episode to this word.
Liz, and what about your Sicilian favorite dish?
Oh, that's easy. Cannolis. I love cannolis.
That's why you join our virtual cooking class.
Absolutely. My grandmother made the best cannolis. Oh my God. I really miss her cannolis. She was a great cook, and she made her own pasta too. And all of my aunts, they were really wonderful cooks, and they all brought food over. One was great with pizza, another with eggplant parmesan, everybody had their own thing, but my grandmother's cannolis were off the charts. And until I came to Sicily, I never tasted a good cannoli like my grandmother's. But when I came to Sicily with my son in 1997, we
but
came
now you will make yes, sure, after the virtual cooking class.
You don't need to purchase cannoli anymore.
No way.
Not in Florida, not in Sicily. Don't worry. You will have your own cannoli.
I know, I can't.
Gianca, please remind our friends.
Let me remind. Yeah, we are planning. We have planned a couple of beautiful days with Giuseppe and Valeria. Giuseppe Shurka is a very, very funny native chef, Sicilian chef. Valeria is his girlfriend, and we will be with them in a couple of weeks. It's 23, so but I say the dates: February 12 and February 13. The first day will be dedicated to the friends in the West Coast, and the day after to the friends in the East Coast. Both the days will begin at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock Pacific time, and the day after 9 o'clock Eastern time, the time of the Atlantic time. I don't know if I'm wrong, but we have to respect different times to give everyone the opportunity to wake up not so early and to spend 3 or 4 hours with us learning how to make pasta, anelletti al forno, baked pasta, and then cannoli, and then we will have a lunch all together. So perhaps the appointments will last about 5 or 6 hours. But I'm pretty sure it will be a party. Will be a great time.
Bravo.
Not only a cooking class, not only a time to learn how to make pasta and cannoli, but also time to an opportunity to meet beautiful people like Liz and learn their stories. I'm proud of this, Rosella. We are proud. We can say because beautiful friendship, relationship were born thanks to this series. It's a sort of attraction to beautiful people. A lot of new friendship were born, and so it's an opportunity to share beautiful stories and spend a great time all together.
And if you want to join us, please visit bestthingstodoinsicily.com and sign up now. Liz is also waiting for you to meet you. And I can see your beautiful apron ready to wear for the virtual cooking class.
It's backwards. I can't figure out how to do this.
The Sicily Lover apron.
I love my apron. Oh, and here's my again, it's backwards, but
you have the beautiful crochet shawl with the painted part.
So beautiful.
By Daniela and Ionella.
Yeah.
We have to
to
remind the names of the ladies involved in the beauty show. But Rosella, I have a question for you.
Wow, beautiful, and also the bobby lace, beautiful.
Oh yeah, the work
by Cinzia.
Can I show a picture? Can I show my
sure. The beautiful painting. Yeah, this is Agira, your hometown.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Agira.
I'm very proud.
I think we have to pay. We should pay Liz. Liz is a wonderful promoter for us. So she makes a free advertising, and we should pay her. But I have a question for Rosella. Rosella, please, is Liz in the first position in the ranking of the Sicily Lover?
I'm not ready because the Gonzales are going very fast. So it's no, I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm saving for my trip, but I told you that Amber Necklace is calling my name. my grandmother crocheted, and so when I saw the shawl, and I also have gloves. I just had to get them, but I have what my grandmother made.
Wow, beautiful!
I'm going the wrong way. There we go.
Wow.
But I also have 2 blankets that she made. She made blankets, and she made fun things like that, but I still have them. But I think from watching my grandmother crocheting and making things, it gave me an appreciation for things made by hand. And so I think that's really one of the reasons that I love everything that you have to offer on the website, and I'm out of control buying because everything is so beautiful and it's preserving. And I think it's so important to preserve that craftsmanship,
That's what I meant before. What I said, the connection to our ancestors. So no matter if they are Sicilian, if they are Spanish. So we are talking about something that is disappearing because nobody wants to work to make these beautiful artworks, and so we are very proud of this. And we can thank enough people like Daniela, Ionella, Cinzia, all the artisans involved in the project. Yeah. They are beautiful people for 2 reasons. First, because they are preserving something that's disappearing, and the second thing, perhaps the most important thing, is that they believe in Gianca and Rosella from the very beginning. They saw 2 crazy people, but they trust us from the very beginning, and so thanks to all the artisans, because they gave us I don't know, I can say it's a treasure. They perhaps they don't know, they don't realize that they are preserving something priceless. Right? Something priceless.
And everything is so beautiful. I have to show off one more thing.
Oh wow, the beautiful.
This is Antonella's artwork. Antonella from Aci Sant'Antonio in the province of Catania.
It's not amazing.
And painted.
Yeah, because we have to remember again, sorry Liz, everything is handmade and painted in Sicily. So we don't have any industrial items. Also the t-shirts, we have to say, also the apron was made by the hands of Gaia. We didn't mention Gaia. So
I have my beautiful tatting earrings.
Oh, those are pretty.
And my beautiful crochet headband.
Yeah.
Everything, the quality is amazing. I mean, but you just feel good about it because, again, you want to help them preserve the craftsmanship. You want to help them, so you feel good about it. And it feels good to help people in a small business rather than giant manufacturers. So you feel like you're doing a good thing, and then you get to enjoy the beauty, and you get all the love that comes with it. So how could that be bad?
Thank you,
That's
Liz.
true. That's true. That's the point. The beauty. Our ancestors knew the beauty. Yep. We are losing the beauty. In the modern life, everything is the same. So, for example, cars. There's no difference between a Mercedes or a BMW or everything is the same. Right. Our ancestors made the most beautiful cars, the most beautiful artworks. So we have to follow the beauty. That's our new mission, Rosella. Follow the beauty.
Follow the beauty.
Write it.
That's why you are following me, Gianca.
I'm gonna wait. Ciao. Rosella, you have to be humble.
But let me joke.
Rosella, you're beautiful, but you don't have to say it.
I know, Gianca. I'm joking.
People have to say it, not you. You have to be humble. Remember this.
You have to say this, Gianca.
I'm beautiful, or you're beautiful?
You have to say it to me.
I said you're beautiful, but don't say it.
I know. I'm just
you
joking.
You could be punished, you know. when you speak too much, sometimes we have to be superstitious. So you could lose your beauty in 1 second.
So Liz, I think that you are a proud Sicilians because we can feel your love for Sicily. We can see in your words, no, Gianca? I'm very happy to have Liz tonight here because she deserves to share their story with the other beautiful Sicily lovers.
I will be happier on June 4th when I will hug in person Liz.
I can't wait. Thank you so much for inviting me on the program. I really am honored that you asked, and I was so scared I'd be so boring.
No. You're the perfect testimonial. You are the perfect testimonial to Sicily. In your veins flows the Sicilian blood. So you have a Sicilian DNA. You don't have to be shy because you are beautiful. You are perfect. Don't say it anymore.
I love you guys.
You are the best.
You're fantastic. And now let me read some comments for you. We have an invite for you from Lino Pasquale Castigliola. Ciao Lino.
Ciao Lino.
Mr. Liz, come to the Sicilian Festival March 11 until 13 in Independence, Louisiana. So,
thank you, grazie.
I didn't know about this festival. Lino, say something more.
Write in the comments.
You eat, you dance, you listen to Sicilian music. I think so. So, an opportunity to spend a great time.
And this is for you, Daniele Gaglioso. Aunt Liz, you are the best.
Daniele, I'm making it through without crying. This hurt so much. I'll see you soon.
This is the beauty of the broadcast.
Yeah.
I was doing so good.
Daniele, why did it?
You fall at the end, Liz.
But they are drops of joy, of happiness. It's beautiful.
And there are a lot of comments. Sorry guys, I cannot share everything. I love this one. Thank you for being part of my life, you guys. I love your posts. And
thank you, Danny.
And we have a lot of comments. And let me go. Io lo parlo l'italiano, signora Liz. Lino, non scrivere che cos'è sto festival.
Lo sappiamo. Lino speaks wonderful Italian, also Sicilian. Lino, dobbiamo venire in Louisiana a vedere questo festival, l'abbiamo capito. A marzo veniamo in Italia, così ne facciamo quattro cianchi con tutti gli amici siciliani che ci sono in Louisiana.
Daniele.
We are still waiting to see this direct. Daniele. Daniele, where do you live?
He lives in Piemonte and Alessandria. Like I was saying.
Wow.
Daniele is in Italy. Oh. Daniele, ma ancora è presto. Daniele, sono le... Che ore sono? Le 11.
Ti amo, Daniele.
Sono le 11, ancora è presto.
Lizzie, you are the best. Italy needs you. Oh, wow. So,
I promised my friends I wouldn't cry. I always cry when I get... Oh my God.
You are crying of happiness. Tony Cagliostro. Fammi leggere
sorry.
Tony Cagliostro.
Sorry.
Luigi and I are looking forward to seeing you real soon. Wow. So, Liz, first you will visit Piemonte, Alessandria.
Sì.
Is it right? And then Sicily. Okay.
Right. I'll be with them for...
So guys, you have to wait. Dovete aspettare qualche mese. Febbraio, marzo, aprile e
It's
maggio.
124 days. I'll see them.
4 months to wait.
I know how many days. I'll see them in 124 days.
Yeah.
I love them very much and miss them very much.
yeah.
I'm trying to hold it together here. They got me.
Se volete venire in Sicilia, siete benvenuti. If your relatives in Alessandria want to visit Sicily, want to join us, they are more than welcome.
Maybe.
So, siamo vicini a un'ora, quindi poi taglia la cosa. Lo vuoi dire tu? Yeah, Facebook is going to cut when we go over 1 hour. So we are approaching 1 hour, and so
we are approaching the limit.
Oh my God.
Liz, just one thing. Are you ready to be a superstar, a celebrity during our Sicily Lovers tour? Because you know, every day we will be live, so you will be one of the special guests.
Oh God. Okay.
So
Sure,
remember,
why not?
I remind our friends. So this is a tour of 20 Sicily Lovers, not a virtual tour, in person. And so let's be ready.
I'll be ready.
This is just a This is just a training.
Okay.
So-
Sono pronto.
Ah, pronta.
And if you want to join us, visit bestthingstodoinsicily.com and you have many opportunities. If you cannot come to Sicily, we will bring Sicily to you thanks to our virtual cooking class and SicilyLover.com, our online store. But if you can come to Sicily, if you can travel to Sicily, bestthingstodoinsicily.com, and we are here. Gianca and I are here to host you.
I agree, and I can wait. I can wait that the last fear will disappear from this planet, and people will travel without bad feelings. So
with peace of mind. This is the most important
with peace
thing
of mind.
to enjoy.
Yeah. We are approaching. You know, it's time to count the days because you know in March, in April, just like 2021, the pandemic will be over, and we will be very, very easy to host you.
Can't wait to get there. I don't know if I can do that.
Like this.
I'm not very good at these things.
Ce la faccio, I can do it.
You're frozen. You can't.
You are frozen again, Gianca.
I'm sorry.
Bad
I'm sorry.
internet connection.
Yeah, because I'm without you.
Yeah,
when I'm without you, I'm lost. Also, the internet connection is down.
Oh, this is very romantic, Gianca, from you. The most I can have from Gianca.
when I close the connection, guys, the truth is I'm going to make a party without Rosella.
So guys, thanks for watching Leeds again. It was a really big pleasure. We can thank you enough for accepting this invite, and we spend a great hour with you, and again we can wait to hug you in person.
Thank you
Gianca,
so much.
are you here?
I'm still here. I don't know if
Okay.
you see me, if I'm frozen, but I'm here.
Okay. Do we want to say something more to Leeds?
I only say, Leeds, you're a beautiful person, and we can wait to meet you in person. That's all. I don't want to add anything else, because you know, Leeds, you're beautiful.
And I'll start crying.
No.
Thank you both so much. Honestly, thank you so much for everything that you do, and you guys are wonderful. You're very much appreciated and very much needed.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to hug you.
Preserve some tears for the day we met.
Oh,
we
don't
meet.
worry. There'll be a lot of tears.
The same for me, and it's really so
it's touching. It's touching.
Yeah.
No other words can describe the situation. It's touching.
Yeah. So again, see you in a couple of weeks for the virtual cooking class. And what else? It's time to say all together, Leeds.
Okay.
Are you ready for the greetings?
Si.
So,
love, hugs,
and
kisses
from Sicily.
From Sicily and from Florida. Ciao.
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 Ciao, dear Sicily.